Welcome to True Crime Tuesday, where the truth is scarier than fiction. Each week, we dive deep into the darkest corners of human nature, exploring real-life crime cases, unsolved mysteries, and infamous killers. From chilling disappearances to horrifying serial crimes, these stories are as disturbing as they are true. So if you think you can handle the horror, stay tuned, because some of these cases are so terrifying, you may not sleep tonight. The Vanishing of Marjorie Norval. Marjorie Norval vanished without a trace on the night of November the 11th, 1938. The 30-year-old Brisbane socialite and public servant had been a rising figure in Queensland elite circles, a modern career woman who had carved a name for herself in government. Her sudden disappearance sent shockwaves through Australia, sparking speculation, scandal, and intrigue that has persisted for decades. Her last known movements were unremarkable. She dined at the Albert Hotel, where she lived with her best friend Marcia Doran, and later left in the company of James East, a widowed optician nearly 30 years her senior. He dropped her off at Central Railroad Station, where she was supposedly departing for Bundaberg on confidential business. She stepped out of the car, bade East farewell, and was never seen again. 6 days later, Marjorie had not returned to work. Her sisters, growing anxious, reported her disappearance to the police. Investigations uncovered a tangled web of relationships, whispered affairs, and a woman who, despite her polished public image, was harboring secrets. Attractive and ambitious, Marjorie had become a fixture in Brisbane's high society. She had once been thrilled to be the first woman to attend Queensland's Loan Council, rubbing shoulders with the powerful men in government. She worked closely with the Premier's wife, Euphemia Forgan Smith, and was trusted with delicate political matters. Yet despite her professional success, Marjorie's personal life was far more complex. She had been romantically linked to several older, influential men, including Ford Motor Company executive Jack Catton, customs official Albert Townsend, and politician George Pollock. There were also rumours of a relationship with Dr. Peter English, another well-to-do widower, and a shop assistant named John Carey. Some speculated that one of these men held the key to her disappearance. Disturbingly, it was later revealed that 2 night cleaners at the Tivoli Theatre, which overlooked the Albert Hotel, had spent months spying on Marjorie through her window. They had watched her undressed and entertained male visitors, a fact that only deepened the mystery. Had someone been watching her too closely? Adding to the intrigue, in the months before she vanished, Marjorie had been experiencing bouts of stomach pain, leading to speculation that she may have been pregnant. Her decision to sell her beloved sports car and withdraw a large sum of money just before her disappearance suggested she had been preparing for a major life change. She had confided in her sisters about a possible move to England, yet her final words to East indicated she expected to return. Then came the most chilling clue of all. 80 years ago this week, a fisherman in Queensland discovered a message in a bottle. Inside, a note read, "I received £10 to dispose of the body of Miss Norval. She was dumped in the bay near Amity Point on 16/11/38. And I have since gone to New Zealand." The cryptid message led police to search the waters near Amity Point, but no remains were ever found. Had Marjorie been murdered? If so, by whom and why? Or had she staged her own disappearance to escape a life that had grown too complicated? Despite exhaustive investigations, the case remains one of Australia's greatest unsolved mysteries. Marjorie Norval, socialite, public servant, and woman ahead of her time, stepped into the night and was never seen again. Brisbane, Australia, 1938. I was a 30-year-old public servant, navigating the bustling streets of Brisbane, a city alive with the whispers of ambition and the silent agreements of clandestine affairs. My name was Marjorie Norval, a woman known not just for my dedication to work, but also for my vibrant social life, which often intertwined with influential men of the time. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the city, I found myself entangled in a web of emotions and secrets. The weight of an unexpected pregnancy bore down on me, a consequence of one of my many liaisons. The societal norms of the 1930s were unforgiving, and the scandal of an unwed mother could ruin reputations and careers. I sought solace in the familiar walls of my office, room 323 in the Treasury building. The grandeur of the architecture, with its high ceilings and ornate designs, had always been a source of inspiration. But that night, the corridor seemed to echo with a foreboding silence, and the dim lights cast eerie patterns on the polished floors. As I sat at my desk contemplating my next steps, a sense of unease washed over me. The air grew colder, and the once comforting ambience of the room turned oppressive. I felt the weight of unseen eyes upon me, watching, waiting. The following morning, the city buzzed with news of my disappearance. Colleagues reported that I hadn't returned home, and an investigation ensued. The police delved into my personal life, uncovering a tangled web of relationships with prominent figures. Each lead seemed to pull them deeper into a labyrinth of secrets, but none led to my whereabouts. Days turned into weeks, and the hope of finding me dwindled. Room 323, once a hub of activity, became a place of dread. Staff reported strange occurrences, unexplained cold drafts, the faint scent of my perfume lingering in the air, and the soft rustling of papers when no one was present. Rumours spread that my spirit was trapped within those walls, seeking justice or perhaps closure. The Treasury building, with its rich history and majestic halls, became a focal point of tales of the supernatural. Visitors spoke of feeling an inexplicable sadness when they passed by room 323, and some claimed to have seen a shadowy figure gazing out of the window, as if waiting for someone. Despite extensive investigations and widespread media coverage, my fate remains a mystery. The corridors of the Treasury building holds their secrets close, and my story has become an enduring legend, a chilling reminder of how quickly one can vanish without a trace. Thank you for joining me for this episode of True Crime Tuesday Stories. I'll see you next time as we continue to uncover the dark truths hidden in the shadows of everyday life.